Okay, so here's an introduction to our bathroom renovation that got forced upon us. This is just a quick uh, cover to keep dust and crap from falling through from above as we do it. But she was sitting at her desk and noticed a crack in the paint, and there's a huge wet section. I got a couple pictures that I'll have to put up just so you can see what it looked like from below. Okay, here's the bathroom in question. You can see the tile floor is cracked because they probably didn't put enough material underneath to keep it stable when the house flexes. But at the same time, it's pretty old and relatively half-assed. You can see here the tub's just gross. We've wanted to get rid of it for a long time, especially these jacuzzi tubs. Like, I don't know if this thing leaks or not. We'd never fill it up to turn it on and test it because we didn't want water leaking out. And I think I pulled that one drain. I'm pretty sure there's water leaking through there. We know for sure out of that drain. But all this stuff looks, not rotten. So I think the real thing to do is to get the tub out. We moved most of our stuff over to the guest bathroom. So we'll see about getting the tub out of here, look at the floor and that kind of thing. But it's going to have to be split time with the car on days that I'm home. We'll just have to do both at once and alternate whichever one's waiting for parts, work on the other one, I guess. So I made this little crappy, tape it to the wall and put the shower curtain out just to hopefully keep some of the debris out of that half of the bathroom so we don't have to constantly be sweeping around the toilet and things like that. Another thing to note that kind of scares me about putting a bunch of money into the shower is that bath mat used to be white, like bright white. And our water's okay. I think it's just when the softener runs at night, right? If somebody gets up and flushes or whatever, some of it bypasses and it gets through. So I might look into some kind of rust remediation, and we definitely probably have the bacteria because there's the slimy nasties in the toilet tanks and things like that. So it's up there on my list of things that we should probably add before doing this, because I don't want to have to scrub tile all the time. You can see this one's pretty gross in the back, and it's something that I try to hit every month with a sponge and get it white again, and so you can only keep up for so long, especially when you're like me and you only shower once a month anyway. So got the stuff off the walls, and initially I was kind of thinking, oh, the tub would make a good trash can. And just peel all the tile down and let it fall into the tub. I'd have to seal up the drain, but then I'd have to take it apart. So I think the tub comes out first, and we get the subfloor, everything underneath, get everything under the way it should be, move the drain possibly to the center and to the other side, because we're going to end up putting the shower head on that wall instead of this wall. This will either be a knee wall or glass, I think, and then glass coming out from there. And then I think we'd like to take this door and switch it for one that opens into the bedroom, because there's really not a lot, just cleaning stuff, right? There's not a lot in the bedroom that this would be in the way of, but when we open it, that handle could smack into the glass if something doesn't stop it. And it generally just gets in the way. So I think whether that's normal or not, who cares? That's what we want. So yeah, I just have to figure out how to get this damn tub out. And what it looks like is they have this board that you can see it right about there, that the motor sits on and the pump sits on, and it extends all the way underneath. So I think they bring this thing in, they set up their standoffs, they fill the center with whatever kind of mortar or cement they're using to stabilize the bottom. Then they just plop the whole thing in, and you'd think that it would screw down somehow, but how would you get in there to do it, right? So I think as long as it's unplugged and we cut through the caulk, undo the drain so we don't try to pull the drain out of the floor, this thing should just start wiggling out once it's not bonded to the floor. So I might have to come with the pry bar and bang around under here a little bit. But it just seems to me like it wouldn't come with all the pipes separate. It would come as one piece and you just slide it in place, right? That's how things are supposed to be, easy, until you need to take them out. Okay, so you can see in that drain there's a single bar that goes across. There's a tool you can jam down in there and then twist them out. It's just threaded. There's some of them where there's 4, so instead of a single bar it makes a plus. And I've made homemade stuff out of 2x4s by cutting it before. They usually come out pretty easy. I thought I had a real one, but this is going to be my solution. I'm going to put these in there, pinch it this way with the other plier, and see if it'll twist on out. We'll try it one-handed. There we go. Put those guys in. Oh, it's barely in there. That's probably why it leaks. If I just tighten it up till the wife, sorry honey, project's over. It was way easy to get out. It wasn't anything special. Yeah, this was one of the leak points. Judging by the floor, I'm fairly certain that this leaked as well, just from dribbling. But don't see anything wrong with it. You just lick it and put it back in. All right, so that's apart. Do the caulk next and just see if it wiggles. Okay, so mounting thing number 2, we got these 2x4s going across on each side. It looks like it sits on, and then they kind of half-ass with no backboard, just put a row of tile in the way. So we'll at least we'll chip these off real quick. I doubt they're going to hold much. They're probably just on drywall. Then we'll have to take that piece of trim out. I don't think we'll have to take that panel thing, part of the door off. We leave that in place, that'd be fine. But I mean, all the trim has to come off anyway, so that we can whoop and whip this guy around. Well, actually, let's see. Fold comes in towards me this way. If we turn it around, in towards me. That's not right. This way. I don't know about that, because if the door's sitting open, I want to go this way. So we'll probably just get a whole different door, whole new door to put in. They're not really that expensive in the scheme of things. So this is going to be just like the car. Maybe scope creep. We're not doing the whole damn bathroom. Like, no, we're not going to do the whole bathroom. We're going to do the tub. We're going to flip the door, and then we'll figure out a budget for the rest of the stuff, see what she wants, and move on from there. Yeah, it's just like the car. You got house rust to deal with. It's coming out of nowhere. So a good job sealing everything up. Now, they didn't use silicone on the edges down here. They just used grout. And clearly did a poor job at it as well. Now that's back in there quite a ways, the top of that. So, let that top drain thingy, it goes down. So I think we'll pull that piece of pipe out. Yeah, so we'll unscrew it there. We'll unscrew it on the bottom and then take the screws off on the top. Make sure that's out of the way. But yeah, it'd be nice to take this out as one piece, even though it's gross. But if I have to get the Sawzall and kind of separate it into sections, I might have to do that to dispose of it anyway. Okay, so there's no flange that comes up for it to screw into the studs or anything. So really that cement on the bottom is what's holding it in mostly. I think it's tight enough on these edges that I'm going to have to tip it upright to get it out in one piece. It may end up that with that cement on the bottom that we cut everything around it and deal with that on its own. Either way, tile's coming out in sheets, which is nice. So even though I didn't want to use the bathtub as a dumpster, I'm not sure why I care since we're getting rid of it. It's not like I'm using the new tub as a dumpster. So yeah, I'm just going to keep peeling tile out and hope that the kid doesn't wake up from his nap in the middle of it. It's easy, just peels right apart. Every time I peel a piece back, I always hope there's like a little cubby hole full of hidden money. So that's the only thing motivating me, because this sucks. You know, when you get a sunburn and it starts to peel, then you pick off one huge sheet all at once. That's how satisfying this feels. You get this whole, basically this whole wall except for that corner to pop off together. So once this one's done, we'll have better access to the tub. I don't think we need to do anything with the rear wall. At least I hope not. I hope that this will kind of let things move around more. I can pick up on it now without it hitting the tile on this front edge. Hopefully we can tip it up and see. Everything's out and I can't pick it up. I can wiggle around the edges. So here's my idea. I went and got a 12-ton jack off of my hydraulic press. And I'm going to see if this thing will make that cement separate without destroying everything. My thought is I'm going to help distribute the load a little bit with these 6x6, well, 2x6s. And if it cracks the floor, hopefully it looks a lot like that crack and people think that it was here when we moved in. Yeah, here we go. I got the short lever on here, so I'm not really putting that much force on it. Just have to remember these aren't car parts, so if it starts getting tough, just gotta stay away. There we go. I think we're off. I think we're off that cement. Cool, yeah, let me get this jack down. Yeah, give it a couple tugs. It pulled away from the wall. So I think one way or another I'll be able to get this thing out of here today. Unless it's super heavy. It's not. If it is super heavy, I'm not sure that. Maybe I'll get the neighbor Dave since he loves this kind of stuff. The key is Dave's pipe fitter, right? So I can't call him a plumber because he'll get mad. So I have to tell him, I need help lifting a bathtub because you're so strong. Oh, hey, cat. You're not supposed to be in the bedroom. Don't go under the bed. Just go back out of the room calmly. It's no big deal. Get on out. Hey. Yeah. Good cat. No pets in the bedroom. I try to have a hair-free zone. It's the least somewhere in the house. But it looks like aside from this dripping down and getting that insulation all wet, we also had, at some point in its life, the edge leaked down. So this, it's not wet. That's not wet, but we just have some moisture stuff going on there. And it's such a, I mean, sheeting is not expensive, right? It just takes time and is a pain in the butt. So I'll probably go ahead and, where the seam is, we'll just pull this sheet up because this sheet goes there to, well, looks like right to here. So yeah, we'll just cut along there and get this piece up. It sounds like little dude's awake downstairs, so I'm gonna go get him some food.